Hi Dakin Bakers, another day and another cake. So I thought today we'd make carrot cake, and all will be revealed later as to why I'm making carrot cake. So I'm going to make it in a square tin like this, but this recipe is actually for like a sandwich one that you put together with frosting and then put frosting on the top. My frosting won't be the traditional frosting because I haven't got any cream cheese, so I'm just going to make a normal buttercream with butter and icing sugar and vanilla essence. Right, so here goes. The first thing we need is 250 grams of flour. With this cake, it makes it into a batter. So we're going to have all the dry ingredients in one bowl and all the wet ingredients in another bowl, and then mix them together. And I like to think this is what you call a healthy cake because it's got carrots in it. It's a cake that doesn't have much margarine in it. It's alright, I've dropped a bit of my carrot under the worktop and the dog is sort of doing like an acrobatic act trying to get the piece of carrot out. I can just see his legs sticking out. Right, so 250 grams of flour. I've put the recipe on the board in front. Hopefully you can see that. If not, ask me and I'll put it up on the Facebook page for you. So we are 250 grams of flour. That goes in one bowl. And then to that we're going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. We're using plain flour because I can't get self-raising. Then we're going to add some sea salt, some fine sea salt. So what I'll do is I'll do what I did yesterday. I'll crush it up. I already had one of those chocolate muffins this morning with my cup of coffee while I was talking to Alison on the telephone. That was very nice. And the rest have gone to neighbours. So my next door neighbour Yvonne, she had one, and her daughter's already sent me a message saying she's a bit jealous because she couldn't have one. Andrina and her daughter had one, and Daniela on the other side had one, and then the rest went to Brent Ely. So they've all gone somewhere. Right, so that was cinnamon, but sadly not cinnamon, it was allspice because I haven't got any cinnamon. So that's all in one bowl. So we're going to mix that all together. Now in the other bowl, we are going to put oil, sugar and vanilla and eggs. So we've got to put the oil in a bowl. So oil, I have, here we go, sunflower oil and a jug. So we need 295 millilitres. So get your eye down to the jug. That's there. So that goes in that bowl to be whisked. Sugars, so we've got 200 grams of granulated sugar and 200 grams of brown sugar. Now I'll just use what I've got because in these sort of times we're using whatever we've got. That's quite a lot of sugar, isn't it? 400 grams altogether. That's 200 of that. And I've got some brown here. Packet gone out of my cupboard. Now I did put some brown on here to soften. I'll use what I can and then I'll make up the rest with granulated, I think. That softens? No. They've all been in the cupboard so long. Right, so we need another 100 grams then. So I've got lots of things to put on my shopping list, haven't I, when I go. There you go, so that goes in there. So I've got to whisk that, and then I've got to put in the eggs one at a time, and it's 4 eggs. Got little bits of brown sugar in there, little lumps, so hopefully they'll whisk out. Right, so let's do the eggs one at a time. 1. 2, got lovely blue ones look today. Nice and yellow yolks on those. 3. 4. So that's all the eggs. I've got to put some vanilla essence in here as well. We haven't got any vanilla essence, we've got vanilla bean paste, which we used yesterday as well. So we need a teaspoon of that. Okay, there we are. So a teaspoon of that. Right. Charlie. Right. That's that done. Here his tail going against the dustbin. You've missed the carrot, mate. They've had it all before you. Well, he knows I've got some here. Just have to give the dog a bit of carrot because he missed out. There you go. Right, so we're going to grate the carrots now. Looking at this cake, I hope my tin is going to be big enough. We'll find out in a minute. There's a lot of carrot in here as well. This is 300 grams of carrots. Right, so that's all grated. So what I'm going to do is I've whisked this, which is the oil, eggs and the sugars. Take that out. Now I'm going to add the dry mix to that. So put that in there and we'll give that a good mix. All coming together now, and I'm going to put some sultanas in here and a few crushed up walnuts, but I will put walnuts on the top with my icing. See, it's getting more into, it's like a really thick batter now. It's making your arms work. So this morning I've had a chat with Alex on the telephone, Alex Jocelyn, and I am working with Rebecca today. So we've had our 5 ingredients. She had a tin of cannelloni beans today. That threw me slightly. So we're going to do a curried parsnip soup, a sausage and bean tomatoey and smoked paprika casserole, and some rhubarb crumble. So there you are, look, you can see that's all mixed together now. Yeah. So let's put the carrots in. So the carrots have gone in. Let's add a handful of sultanas. I'm not going to do it in that tin. I'll save that tin for flapjack for next week, or maybe even tomorrow. I think I'll get a bigger tin out for this. So let's crush these all up. You can buy crushed up ones, but I usually like to put whole ones on the top, so I just break them up like this, put them in the cake. That doesn't look too bad now. What should I do? Should I risk it? No, I think I will get a bigger tin. So you just have to excuse me while I grovel in my cupboard. So that's a much bigger tin. Last thing we want is for it to all boil over the top and make a nasty mess of the cooker. Although with this one I just have to sweep it out, so it's not like cleaning a normal cooker. Right, so there we are. Once that's got a bit of weight, that will hold in, hopefully. Right, so that's all going to go in there. Another sunny day today. Nice. Right, let's get the spatula that I had yesterday. My only spatula in this kitchen, which is ridiculous when you think how many we've got at work. Probably about 20 at work, haven't we? Right, so that's that. So scrape the bowl out, as much out as you can. And I've said to my trainees this week, we're not at the cafe, so if you want to lick the bowl out, you can. I wouldn't recommend it, but I can't stop you if you're all at home. Just don't do it when we're at work, please. So there we go. That's the carrot cake ready to go in the oven. Now, if you remember what I did yesterday, I put my cold shelf in, which I'll have to do today as well, just to try and block off some of the heat. And then I'll put that on the bottom. Now in this recipe here, it says 35 to 45 minutes. So I'm going to leave it in there to cook, and I will come back to you later when it's all cooked, when I've made the frosting, put it on the top, and then you'll see why I've chosen carrot cake today. Okay then, Dake and Bakers, cheerio, have a good day, and speak to you soon. Bye.